Hi, guys. So we are in the seventh gene key right now that has to do with leadership and inner guidance. And I feel like I have been speaking about this topic the last weeks quite a lot with the 31 and in the video that I did on line 5 and line 6 leadership. Uh, so today I wanted to go back and be a little bit more personal and speak about the gift frequency and the inner guidance. I feel like this kind of leadership is telling us so much about the inner part of the leadership. And somebody was commenting today in the Living Matrix group that leadership and guidance are two different things, and that we could basically see them as yin and yang. Like the inner guidance is the feminine, is the yin, is kind of what flows with our intuition, and the leadership is the outer action of leading, whether it's leading ourselves or leading others. And I like to see these as like the inner marriage that I speak about, that we want to marry those two energies of the inner and the outer. And that is from the core stability and their inner strength, and the inner knowing that we can act in the world. And for me, so I have Gene Key 7 in my purpose. So it's really what I ground in. I also have the second Gene Key as my life's work, and I have the 57th Gene Key in my vocation. So you can feel all these flavors of intuition, of orientation in the moment, and a lot of responding to life, and not so much like a fixed way of acting. And I have a situation in my personal life that is not very easy right now. I have my mom who is really not doing well, and it has been a deterioration since last year, where basically we have a lot of different doctors and specialists trying to help her with a neurological problem and multiple sclerosis and a spinal tap that went wrong. And right now it looks like anything we try, anything we do, it's just getting worse. And she has a possibility to go to a pain management clinic for a week in the other side of the country in September. And in order for her to go there, we would like her to be a little bit better, because they cannot really take care of somebody if the state is too deteriorated. So a part of me, a logical part of me, would be like, we would just let her rest, and I would go there and I would assist her for the coming weeks in order for us to be able to go to this clinic. And it's so interesting. So in my delta this week, I'm also in the second position, which is about leadership, and it's kind of about listening in leadership. So last week I was listening to somebody. Actually, I was speaking to somebody first about my mother, somebody who doesn't know my mother, and then I was just listening. And then as I was listening, I got so touched, because it felt like this person who never met my mom and who hasn't heard me speak about her or the situation before just told me exactly what I know that she needs. And it really touched me to tears, because I felt like if any of the doctors or any of the people that we have had involved would have understood it and understood that that is probably what she needs, I felt like she would have been helped before, and it wouldn't have had to go to this point. So I decided, there was, all the logical things what were saying something else, but my inner guidance in that moment said, I'm going to bring this person to my mom for at least 3 weeks, and we are going to have a very holistic approach that he was telling me about, in order to help us to help her to get strength for the treatment. And it doesn't make any sense, really. And it's also made me have to change a lot of things, because what I was going to do first, what I was going to do next, how I could make this happen with a person that has a really busy schedule, with also taking my mom on board and make her believe in this, although she's really, really scared about not feeling good enough, and to be able to go. So all these things are actually against the logical of what we would do. But there's something so strong in me, and having this 7th gene key as my purpose in line 6, I know that there is a cellular knowing. There is like the intent that I have to help her. That's when that's ignited in me, and I have a vision of what it could be, I know I need to trust that. And then that tucks into my vocation, the 57, in my life's work of serving the situation in the best way, and serving her and our family with a heart. So you see, it's like when we step into the pathway or gift frequency in any gene key, this ignites the other gene keys, and suddenly we know that we are on the right path. And yet, of course, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, and there is a risk in doing this. But for me, this is really a leadership quality, to be able to risk and go for it and take action, although we don't know the outcome, but we take the action from the heart and the intent of what it's going to be, and we have the vision of the outcome. So yeah, I will let you know how it goes, and yeah, thank you guys.